So today we're gonna cover important topic. What is a sequence? Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Walt and I teach SK on iGenius. So make sure to hit the notification bell and the subscribe button so you don't miss out any future videos. Before we take a look what is a sequence, how to draw a sequence, let's take a look in the past. So the sequences is something that has been created or found out by Stefan Kassing himself. So the S and K in the SK system actually stay for Stefan Kassing. Some of you may know the Elliott wave principle that moves in 5 waves and the correction of 3 waves. Well, with the time being, Stefan actually found out that the market these days moves in 3 waves instead of 5 waves because of introduction to like a lot of different technologies, automatic trading with robots and stuff like that, and very high frequency trading. That's why the market is not that impulsive anymore, but rather moves more in a corrections. That's why we work with a 3-wave structure. Now we actually know what does the SK stay for and why do we use the 3-wave structure instead of 5-wave structure, and kind of the history behind it. Let's actually move the chart and take a look what is the sequence. So now we are at the chart. So I have drawn some things up for you. If you take a look at this whole thing, this 0A, AB, and BC thing, it's called a sequence. Okay, that's how we visualize it. So the 0A represents a first impulse, the AB represents a correction of the impulse, and BC represents the last move all the way to the sequence target. So you can see here 2 boxes. One of them says AB correction level, other one says the sequence target. These are the turning areas we can predict markets are going to go there and most likely turn around. But there's actually more than that. So there's one more important point. You can only draw a sequence if it's active. Okay? Active sequence. And the sequence is active only when it actually goes past the A point. So you see this first impulse, at the end of impulse, there's an A. So if I would draw a straight line all the way down here, so from the correction all the way now to new high, when the market passed this point right there, this circle right there. So let's imagine the market goes here up like this and past this point. Now we can actually draw the sequence. And how you draw the sequence is you use the trend-based fib tool, you put it at the beginning of the impulse, at the end of the impulse, and all the way down here to correction, and you get actually this box right there. So this is how you draw the sequence. You can also see all the levels, everything you need, and yeah, that's the important part. Only draw a sequence if it's active. Now, let's say the market goes somewhere here, it doesn't hit the sequence target straight away. Okay, it like stops there and then it starts to correct. Now, at this point, when the market starts to correct, we can draw something called BC correction. So BC correction is nothing else than correction from B all the way down to C. So this is how it looks like. You go from B all the way to C, C highest point where market has been, draw the box, and that's your BC correction. So what does it mean is that represents our next turning area. Okay, every single box you see here represents a turning area that we could predetermine in the chart. So in best case, the market now comes down, hits the BC correctional right there, turns around and hits the sequence target. So when the sequence target is hit, now we can actually take the whole correction. The whole correction means you are correcting now the whole thing. So simply put, the sequence represents nothing else than a one move divided in a three-wave structure. Is how you can actually visualize and draw the sequences. And we can actually jump in a live example in the second. So let's jump into live examples. I actually have prepared some. So these are some I found, and I think they are good examples because they show that the sequences, they come in different size, different shapes, and actually in different time frames. So here, for example, we have the British pound Australian dollar with the, once again, the impulse, the correction, and we had a nice BC there, and the market's right now running towards the sequence target. Once again, this is a sequence in a 1 hour time frame. Then we have a sequence in the British pound New Zealand dollar. It's on a daily time frame, so you can see this thing is massive. You can again see exactly the same thing. We have an impulse, the correction, the one more impulse right there. Sequence got activated right as we spoke before. Then the market created the high, started create a correction, hit the BC, and right now is turning around and going up. One more example, in the forex market, we have the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. The same thing here, the market hits the BC. In this case, the market's already at the sequence target. And if someone's wondering if the SK system works in crypto as well, I have very, very recent example here in crypto where the market again does the same thing, an impulse, the correction, and next impulse creates a new high. Then you have the BC. This represents next turning area, and the market is running all the way up. So that's the beauty actually about the SK system, that it works in every single time frame. There is actually more to the SK than just drawing a sequences. So what really SK teaches you is how to read the market and understand the price action. We use just the sequences to visualize the price action. That's what we do. Okay. It's just that sequences are just a tool for us to understand the market. It's the same thing as the hammer would be a tool put in the nail somewhere, right? The same thing is the sequence is just a tool we use to understand the market. But you still need to know how to use this beautiful tool. And actually, that's the one of the reasons why if someone asks me, hey, where can I learn the SK system? I would say just iGenius, because once again, we have everything set up. We have the documents that are going to help you. We have the videos going to help you. A lot of recordings, the groups, the community, everything is there to help you to get better, 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 better. Yet I see so many people learning from some copycats, and those guys, they don't understand the game. They don't understand the game. They don't understand what actually is behind the SK system, because there is so much more than just drawing sequences. Drawing the sequence is just a, how can I say, just the top of the iceberg, okay? There's so much more going on in the background. So if you're really interested to learn the SK system, you should actually join the iGenius. Well, let me actually show you how the complete SK analysis look like. Okay, so we're gonna always start in the highest time frame first, and you're gonna combine all the puzzle pieces together. So as you can see here, very beautiful picture when the market creates a sequence here, nice BC there, goes all the way up there. Like this is still weekly, by the way, keep it in mind. So from this high all the way up here, then the market drops all the way down here. Again, the next whole correction, the next whole correction creates a bigger sequence. And now we are pretty low in the market. That's why we need to think about switching the whole thing up. And we are now looking for the bullish entries in this market for a long term, at least. Okay. So this is how you combine the whole thing together. Just by drawing the sequences, it's going to be, let's put it this way, hard. So everyone, that will be it for this time. This was the first video where we dive into SK system. There'll be more than that, no worries. And we see us next time. But until then, guys, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and also join the Telegram channel. Let's go.